Hi, it's been like 3 weeks. Yeah, sorry for not uploading. I've been busy for the past couple weeks and I don't have the time to make videos. But don't worry, I'm still gonna continue uploading. Also, if you wanted to watch me and my friends play, check out this channel. Although it's limited to Filipino, feel free to check it out.
Since there's like a huge demand for using my voice in my videos, well, here you go. Tell me if I should stick to using my voice or TTS, but assuming by this poll, we already know the answer. Anyway, enjoy the video.
Roblox Parkour has its own unintended mechanics, players discovering huge metas that the game doesn't even teach. From climbing and running, to speed, dashing, chaining, and many more. All of these started once wallrun dashing was implemented. At first, nothing new came out of the blue. One thing for sure was discovered: grappler dashing. No, not that kind of dash. This dash. This is the first dash mechanic that was discovered, spread by the community. The community didn't really understand the full potential of the wallrun dash. Reading the update log when wallrunning was reworked, wallrun jumping slightly changed. It gives you a small boost in your movement direction based on your total velocity. If you don't know what the velocity is, it's similar to speed. They're not the same, but they're similar. This is why when you're wallrunning downwards, your downwards velocity is high. Depending on your velocity, it gives you a small boost. The higher your total velocity, the stronger the boost is. The lower, the weakest. This is why when grappler dashing was made, the pulling effect of the grappler gives you a high velocity. Implementing this by jumping off after a pull dashes you on the direction on your choice. That's how grappler dashing was made. How about the other gears? Can dashing be implemented? Gearless looks bland, so we can scratch that. Mag rope can help, but they're limited. The mag rope physics before is janky and different than today, so we're scratching that. Power grip doesn't have any mechanics that boosts your velocity, so we're also scratching that. Mag rail, however, has.
Introducing mag bouncing. By pressing E on a wall, this bounces you depending on your position. If you bounce on your left hand, you will bounce off to the right. Bounce on your right hand, bounce off to the left. Vice versa. But hey, how can you wallrun dash if mag bouncing bounces you off the wall? Well, here comes mag dashing. The mag bouncing effect of the mag rail gives you a high velocity for a short period of time, similar to grappler. With this in mind, how can we apply a wallrun dash when we bounce off a wall? Well, you can actually wallrun while bouncing. Bounce and immediately press space to start wallrunning. Judging by this footage, you have this little to no time to press space twice to start wallrun dashing. Before, we didn't have the luxury of hold to wallrun back then, so doing this is going to be tough. With this discovery, players tried to bounce off and press space twice to start the mag dash. E, space, and space. To their surprise, it worked. Mag dashing was made. This was incredibly inconsistent. You needed to have low MS in order to mag dash consistently. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Wall running can be done twice, one with your left hand and one with your right. So, the second wall run can be implemented, right? Correct. With this in mind, doing a grappler dash or a mag dash increases your velocity significantly. Since this only uses a single wall run, we can combine this by adding another wall run to use it to the fullest extent, eventually making a double wall run dash. The Game Pass Adrenaline Belt buffs your speed, and this can help dashing. Before, Game Passes are only obtainable by buying them, unlike today. Adrenaline Belt is a must-have when it comes to dashing, so the community used it even until now.
The time trials are one way to show off how players got better with the mag dash. Before, the mag rail in time trials were allowed since the mag rail is an unlockable gear and it's not the Game Pass. So players used mag dashing to their fullest extent within the time trials. One example is the crane use time trial. Just at the top of the crane in spawn. Normal time 24 seconds, gold time 12 seconds, from here to there. Taking the slowest route, running takes under 10 seconds to complete. Adding the mag bounce takes under 9 seconds to complete. Adding the mag dash, however, completely obliterates the record down to 4 seconds. Maybe even less. This shows how powerful the dashing mechanic can be. Are there any more mechanics that we can abuse? Somehow, yes. Ledge dashing. Ledge dashing has the same effect as wall run dashing. The higher the velocity, the better. The slower, the worse. With the help of the pulling of the grappler, we can use this to start a ledge dash. A ledge dash garners a ton of velocity, so we can apply wall run dashing as the next step. Ledge dash, wall run dash. Here comes the new grappler dash. The old one is really ineffective, so players didn't use the old one most of the time. There aren't really official names for these mechanics, since the players are the ones that discovered them. We can now start a double grappler dash, and a double mag dash. Can we abuse this even more? Here comes what the community calls it as chaining. A chain in Roblox parkour is a combination of dashes to create a gap, or a route, which what we call it nowadays. To put it simply, it's dashes combined together in a gap. But how can we do that if we only have 2 wall runs? Well, ammo resets. By touching the ground, your ammo resets. An ammo is your wall runs and wall boosts, and the gear, to tell if you ran out of wall boosts or wall runs. By vaulting, ledge grabbing, climbing, ziplining, touching the ground, it resets your ammo, but we're mainly focusing to touch the grass, the ground. After a double wall run dash, we can rely on the buildings or props to follow up a ledge dash. Since ledge dashing is equal to touching the ground, our ammo resets, which is then we can follow up another dash to chain, while also maintaining speed. Since the speed cap didn't exist, every dash kept on multiplying velocity to the players, reaching absurd speeds. Developers patched it quickly as soon as it was discovered, fixed with a 250 velocity speed cap as we know of today. Still with me? Well, the mechanics gets even more complicated the further we go. Sliding. Our old slide isn't really that fun. Your character simply lays down and stops after a few seconds. No animations, compared to today, so it also got a rework. This time, it has different mechanics, a new animation, and is now useful. Literally no one used sliding that much before, not until now. Sliding can maintain your speed, I say any speed. Because of this update, chaining got easier, finding gaps got easier, with the help of sliding. Touching the ground while having high speeds slows you down, but sliding maintains that speed. Eventually, more gaps are created and the community cannot be stopped. Surely that's everything, right? No, the community kept on going. Remember the adrenaline belt? The one that buffs your speed? Well, introducing stim resets. Since the adrenaline stim is collidable, this can be used to reset your ammo. How do you do that exactly? By completely ignoring the laws of physics. Since the stim is collidable, this can be used to jump on while in mid-air, to trick the game that you touched the ground, and that resets your ammo. I don't even know how the community found this mechanic, so huge credit to the one who found this. How you do it is a little fascinating. Consistent setup is easy, once you get the timing right. There are like a million tutorials out there that covers how to stim reset or stim hop. If you want a clean, understandable tutorial, watch VecetyP's video, link in the description. With proper executions, you will either touch or jump on the stim, ultimately leading to all your ammos reset. The developers well know that the stim resets exists. Even though it's an unintended mechanic, the devs left it for the benefit of the game. Speed vaulting. Remember that 1 volt variation? Do people even use that? Well, now they do. Speed vaulting got a buff. Speed vaulting has the same rules as dashing, but it's more powerful. Speed vaulting at high speeds will, As the name suggests, doubles your speed, and you can maintain this by adding a slide, along with the dashes. New gaps were made, but speed vaulting was incredibly inconsistent since you needed to have the perfect angle to speed vault. Being too low just does this thing. Being too high, well... But don't worry, today, speed vaulting is now consistent. All thanks for an update that buffs the speed vault even more so than before. Remember that I said that gearless looks bland, and it can't be used to dash? Thanks to speed vault, it now can. Introducing gearless dashes. Remember what I said about downwards velocity? Applying that to gearless, doing a long jump to fall while being able to wall run, while maximizing the downwards velocity, we can apply a double wall run dash to gain a small speed, which is then we can add a speed fall. This can be easier with two buildings that look like this. Our small speed that we gained will be transferred to the speed vault. Since the speed vault is buffed, this has the exact same power as the double wall run dash. With this in mind, we can start a chain even while gearless. There are a lot more mechanics that are discovered within gearless, so that's a separate video for us to discuss.
Alright, grappler dashes, mag dashes, adrenaline belt, ledge dashing, velocity, chaining, routing, stim resets, speed vaults, stim hops are one of many unintended mechanics used for the game. Most of the stuff that I have mentioned aren't even everything. There are wingsuit, power grip dashes, routes, and more. But I couldn't explain them in detail due to the video's length. Eventually, chaining is now considered as routing. Ever since the ranked game mode was released, many routes are discovered and players use this to the fullest extent to reach the highest rank. Grappler, mag rail, power grip, or even gearless, the community never ceases to amaze the players about the absurd mechanics discovered on Roblox Parkour. Thanks for watching.